Hello everybody! I'm still down here in Virginia and we're doing the Course in Miracles lessons. Today we are on lesson number 79 and there's cows behind me. You see them back there? Oh my gosh, I'm next to this little babbling brook. I tried to cross over to get closer to the cows and then they all started noticing me and they all put their heads up, and I immediately thought they're so much bigger than me and there's little babies over there, so I better just stay on my side of the creek. All right, speaking of problem solving, lesson number 79 of A Course in Miracles is let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. Oh, I love this one. A problem cannot be solved if you do not know what it is. Even if it is really solved already, you will still have the problem because you will not recognize that it has been solved. This is the situation of the world. The problem of separation, which is really the only problem, has already been solved. Yet the solution is not recognized because the problem is not recognized. Everyone in this world seems to have his own special problems, right? Yet they're all the same and must be recognized as one if the one solution that solves them all is to be accepted. Who can see that a problem has been solved if he thinks the problem is something else? Even if he is given the answer, he cannot see this relevance. That is the position in which you find yourself now. You have the answer, but you are still uncertain about what the problem is. A long series of different problems seems to confront you, and as one is settled, the next one and the next one arise. There seems to be no end to them. There is no time in which you feel completely free of problems and at peace. The temptation to regard problems as many is the temptation to keep the problem of separation unsolved. The world seems to present you with a vast number of problems, each requiring a different answer. This perception places you in a position in which your problem solving must be inadequate and failure is inevitable. No one could solve all the problems the world appears to hold. They seem to be on so many levels, in such varying forms and with such varied content that they confront you with an impossible situation. Dismay and depression are the inevitable as you regard them. Some spring up unexpectedly, just as you think you have resolved the previous ones. Others remain unsolved under a cloud of denial and rise to haunt you from time to time, only to be hidden again, but still unsolved. All this complexity is but a desperate attempt not to recognize the problem, and therefore not to let it be resolved. If you could recognize that your only problem is separation, no matter what form it takes, you would accept the answer because you would see its relevance. Perceiving the underlying constancy in all the problems that seem to confront you, you would understand that you have the means to solve them all. And you would use the means because you recognize the problem. In our longer practice periods today, we will ask what the problem is and what the answer to it is. We will not assume that we already know. We will try to free our minds of all the many different kinds of problems we think we have. We will try to realize that we only have one problem, uno, which we have failed to recognize. We will ask what it is and wait for the answer. We will be told. Then we will ask for the solution to it, and we will be told. The exercises for today will be successful to the extent to which you do not insist on defining the problem. Perhaps you will not succeed in letting all your preconceived notions go, but that is not necessary. All that is necessary is to entertain some doubt about the reality of your version of what your problems are. All that is necessary is to entertain some doubt about the reality of your version of what your problems are. Thank you, Jesus. You are trying to recognize that you have been given the answer by recognizing the problem, so that the problem and the answer can be brought together and you can be at peace. The shorter practice periods for today will not be set by time, but by need. You will see many problems today, each one calling for an answer. Our efforts will be directed toward recognizing that there is only one problem and one answer. In this recognition, all problems are solved. In this recognition, there is peace. Be not deceived by the forms of problems today. Wherever any difficulty may arise, tell yourself quickly, let me recognize this problem so it can be solved. Then try to suspend all judgment about what the problem is. If possible, close your eyes for a moment and ask what it is. You will be heard and you will be answered. Only one problem. Oh. And we suffer. We really think that we have a lot of problems and we're just the victim of the world that we see all the time, all day long. All these people pissing you off, doing things, and you correct them and they don't get it. You guide them and they don't see. But that's not the problem. It's separation. That's the only problem. Okay, let's see what a year of forgiveness. How are those cows doing back there? I hope they like this. All right, lesson number 79. Let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. This is a very important lesson, as I seem to say so often with these lessons. They are brilliant. They are definitive in the sense they help you narrow your focus into the correct place and in the right direction. When you think somebody causes you a problem, you always look to the person to solve it for you. He or she should not have said that. He or she should change. He or she should not be so independent or clingy. Whatever you decide is the problem. This is one of the ways you guarantee you will never solve the problem because the problem is one of perception. The problem is within your own mind. It appears out front of you through the practice of projection, so it seems unsolvable. This is one of the great tricks of the ego consciousness. It constantly creates situations outside of you that change form, deceive you, or tempt you so that you will not go to the one place where the solution lies, which is inside. The answer is within you. It is, as you say in your modern vernacular, an inside job. If you don't know that getting calm and quiet and going inside to ask for guidance is how to truly solve the problem, then you chase idols all around the planet all your life to try to solve a never-ending line of unsolvable problems. Even when you do solve one, another one pops up just as quickly. This idea of asking to be shown the problem and realizing it is separation from all that is, separation from love in that sense, separation from wisdom, there are many forms of separation going on this earth plane, leads you to resolve the problem by the same thing, which is the practice of forgiveness as described in A Course in Miracles text. Forgiveness stops you from attacking the outside, from moving the chairs around on the Titanic to keep it from sinking, and directs you to go inside and do the work there to ask to be shown, what is the distortion in my mind? Where is the problem in my mind? Now, this may seem like blaming the victim to some of you, but we want you to understand you maintain the entire illusory world in which you live by projection and belief in separation as the fundamental structure of this reality as you understand it. It is through knowing and acting in accord that you are not separate. You come from the same place, you are all made of the same thing, and you are all loved by that which you call God. When that realization is truly made, there are no problems anymore. You have healed the fractured mind of the Son of God. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and we will speak to you tomorrow. Well, I love how Jesus just gave us the answer to all of our problems. I mean, that's really awesome. We're on lesson 79. What else is he going to talk about? It's just reinforcing all of this stuff. I like to read these lessons with a little bit of happiness and humor because it does seem ridiculous that we suffer the way that we do when things are just projections of our own mind and we're making it all up. I mean, I have things that happen in my life too, as I've stated a lot, but I just feel like I'm really at a higher vibrational place because of being on this retreat this weekend. My friend Carol Morgan, she channels a blue avian named Xena, and we've been just staying in the high vibrational vibes of the wisdom and the teachings from our ascended master and extraterrestrial brothers and sisters. So it's really easy for me to kind of be like, la la la, all our problems are easily solvable. But you know, I think it's good to take time to get to that place and for you to kind of like separate from all your stuff. Maybe go find some cows. Oh my God, they're so close. Oh my God, did you guys see that? Hey, you guys. Hi. Oh man, they are walking right up here. Hi, cows. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna go and commune with the cows now. Good luck with your lessons today. Remember, your only problem is separation. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.